Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
These marriages are not perfect, but all in all, they seem to work. Marriage is an institution for grown-ups.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
There are no bosses in a modern marriage. He knows he's lucky to have a wife.
Episode 24 of Husband and Wife Sentenced to Life.
You're trying to up it from my last
Why
attempt.
not? Let's see who can do that every episode. Who can do the best intro. Episode 24. Hashtag house dull husband and wife sentenced to life with Laura.
Hello.
And me, Simon. And thanks for joining us. Want to kick off today, something we should have talked about 2-3 podcasts ago. Dominic West as Prince Charles in The Crown.
Yes.
Because we are massive fans of The Crown.
And Dominic.
Well,
because of his recent
I love
naughties.
him because A, from Sheffield, like all the best actors and stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's posh end of Sheffield, like Michael Palin, though. He's not from mucky end like me. But from Sheffield, was in The Wire, the greatest TV show of all time. Did a brilliant, according to most nerds, did a brilliant turn as Fred West.
He was great as Fred.
I mean, this guy's got range.
Yes,
He's
does.
playing Jimmy McNulty, a Baltimore cop. Hey, he's talking like that. I like a drink and all this. And then suddenly, all right, my love, I got 4 buried under the patio. He's giving it that one.
Yeah, and The Affair,
The Affair, which we loved.
which is pretty apt.
Yeah. Of late, seems to be in a bit of a rogue, a bit of a bit of a naughty boy.
Yes, he's upset the ladies.
With Lily James, the actress. And I like her as well. And I'm not going to call her a home wrecker. 2 to tango.
Oh, definitely.
Right? Modern times. But I liked how he had to come out, stood next to his wife and do that. I will not be seeing her again. I will be behaving.
Yeah.
But they released a photograph of him as Prince Charles. I didn't even know. We are normally up on all of this.
Yes, and I wouldn't have even thought he would have been in the running for it.
Well, when I saw it and I sent you the picture from work, I was going to say to you, what do you think of Dominic West to play Prince Charles without
Sending me the picture.
sending you the picture? Because I think you'd have been like, nah, totally wrong. He's totally wrong for it. Then, of course, the picture is amazing.
Well, he has actually got quite a posh voice, even though you said
Yeah.
he's from Sheffield. But
Yeah, we all do.
yeah, and do you know what? The Crown, they get the casting so
good.
so right. I'd love to be part of the casting team for that because they just come up with the best people.
But don't they sometimes suggest names and you think, nah, because Claire Foy as young Queen Elizabeth II was brilliant. And then they're like, oh, we're bringing Olivia Colman. And you're like, oh, no, because I love Olivia. I couldn't love.
All right, Mark.
All right, Mark. I couldn't love Olivia Colman anymore, but she's not the Queen. Please don't ruin an actress by
Yeah.
making her the Queen.
But she pulled it off.
One episode later, look who's the Queen. She's the best. And now, of course, Imelda Staunton is going to be the Queen.
Yeah, you see, and I can see her doing it.
Well, she is a great actress.
Yes.
She is brilliant. She's great in Harry Potter. She's great in Trying. She's great in everything.
Yeah, every actress that they've had for the Queen already, I think they're brilliant actresses. So,
Yeah.
But the interesting one for me was Matt.
Smith
Yes,
as the Duke.
and it
Duke of Edinburgh.
took me an episode to see him as it, but brilliant.
That guy they brought in after him.
Yes,
I can't think of his name. He was great as Prince Philip.
yeah,
Spot on. Great gravitas.
yes. I can't wait.
I don't know they're bringing
I think
in
that's
as-
probably my favourite show of all time.
Really?
TV show, yeah.
I mean, it is good. I like how it goes through the history. I like how it's a bit loose with the facts, but there's enough facts in there.
Yeah, it's great. I
I'd
love it.
love to know if the royal family watch it.
Well, I'm sure Kate and Wills do. I'm sure they've said before that they do.
I would love to see the Queen on the city. What the f***? I never said that to Harold Wilson. If they need somebody, I can do the voice.
Yeah. You could see you in The Crown, couldn't you?
So yeah, Dominic West as Prince Charles, a good hire.
Yeah.
I'll give him a from me. Something else interesting that's popped up in the news. It's almost the end of holiday season.
Yeah.
I found a bit of fluff on my piece of paper.
You love a bit of fluff, you.
Astrology something I do not believe in for a second.
I was about to say, you're talking about astrology.
Exactly. I bet you've gone through phases.
Not really, not phases.
Have you not?
No, not really. But now we're both fire signs, and a bit of me does
Even now,
I
want to
know.
call bullshit.
I know, but every Sagittarian that I know is feisty, and I do think.
Yeah, not having it.
Well, we've got 3 in our family, and we are all the feisty ones.
There's not enough signs for the variety of people. People are like fingerprints, aren't they? There's every kind of personality.
Yeah.
And what you can't do is every time somebody gets angry, you go, "You're a Sag," because I just think that's crap. So anyway.
Go on.
One thing I do believe is that you should choose your holiday based on your star sign, because this seems legitimate. So I'm going to run through them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you the holidays and why. All right. First one is Aries. Do we know any Aries? I don't even know what the kids are because I don't follow the star signs.
We've got an Aquarius and a Cancer.
Okay. Well, Aries should go on a city break because they love to hustle.
All right.
Taurus, all-inclusive luxury resort. Ideally, a stay in Dubai. That's what it actually said.
Oh, my gosh.
Gemini, you should go to a big playground. Think Disneyland, Disney World, Vegas, because you're a big kid.
So far, none of them are you or I.
No. Cancer. Who's the Cancer?
Betsy Pearl.
Our littlest one, Betsy Pearl. A cruise or the Maldives because you love the sea. She's a bit of a water baby,
Yeah,
actually.
she does like the sea.
But I'm not buying it still. Leo, a celeb hotspot. Somewhere good enough for footballers or the stars of Love Island. Dubai.
Yeah, but I think he is kind of that way.
Who?
Oh, sorry, not.
No, Leo the star sign, not our son.
Oh, right, go on.
Virgo, glamping because you're wholesome and you've got a can-do attitude. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Libra, party weekend, Ibiza, Marbs, Mykonos, Cancun or Dubai.
That one is my worst.
Scorpio, which I thought I was for the first 30 years of my life, somewhere spooky or mythical. Cornwall, Scotland, Ireland or London.
That suits
Now that
us.
I quite like.
Yeah.
Sagittarius,
Go on.
you and I, a road trip.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
You love the open road. Now, am I ever happier than behind the wheel of a hire car?
Yes, yeah. I don't like driving, but I don't mind being the passenger.
Seeing the sights, mountain roads, lakes, rivers, forests.
Well, that
love
one
it.
definitely suits you.
It does. So I believe in stars now. I believe in astrology.
Yeah, I think I'm still more towards Scorpio there.
What did you say? Capricorn? We got a Capricorn, did you say?
My parents are Capricorns.
Traditional cultural festivities, an Austrian or German winter break. Now, I think ours are bookended there, Scorpio and...
Yeah, I don't see
Capricorn.
That's not my parents. I don't think they're into that. But yeah, you and I would like that holiday.
So the Scorpio, Sagittarius and Capricorn are all pretty much as I think.
Yeah.
Aquarius, did you say is Leo?
Yeah.
Space. Now, this is no word of a lie. It says a trip to space because you're ruled by Uranus. That is genuinely what it says. Like,
Oh, well, I'll have to ask him about that. But I know he doesn't like space.
do you know what's good about this? I think we could start doing star signs on this podcast because for me, it's a bit of fun. Like that. And we go, oh, actually, I do like a road trip. If you're living your life by it, you're a fucking idiot.
Some people do, don't they? Read their daily star sign.
Yeah. So maybe what we do from now on is we bring in the Sagittarius and see how it's fitting in with our life at that moment.
Yep.
But you've got to promise me you're not going to get hooked on it and get into it.
Oh no, but you can fit life to fit
That's the thing.
what do you get in the Chinese fortune cookies?
Yeah.
You can fit anything that's happening in your life to fit what it says.
It's the same as what's his name? Who's the guy who predicts everything? Nostradamus. Everything he wrote was written in such a vague way and in such oldie worldy language. Everybody fits everything to it.
Yeah.
And it's always next year.
You know what Darren Brown would call on the slot?
What?
Bullshit.
Yeah. But it seems to me like every year they go, Nostradamus predicted 2022, there's going to be a huge fireball hit the earth. And then, of course, 2022 comes and somebody will say, 2023, the earth's going to split in half.
See, Honey is a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. She believes it.
And she's into her star sign.
And it's that thing of have a bit of fun with it, but then don't openly tell people you're into it because you look like a fool.
A fool.
Moving on.
Go on then. There's a toilet roll in the bathroom that's sopping wet.
I wish I had a mystery sound effect.
Ooh.
Do the bell. It doesn't mean anything. But I went into the bathroom this morning at 4:30
Yeah.
to get ready to do my bits. I sit down under the loo. There's hardly any paper left on the one on the wall.
Yeah.
But there's a toilet roll at the floor. Now, I like that because it's like the spare one to put on next,
Yeah.
right? So I bend down to pick it up. It is sodden wet. I mean, right through, not just a bit of water that's been sprayed on it.
Really?
It's absolutely sodden wet. So I picked it up and I put it on next to the sink.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, well, I'm not that bothered if we don't use it, but I'm thinking, I wonder if I can dry it out, put it on a balcony or something.
Well, it's funny because I sat on the loo this morning and I saw the wet toilet roll on the side and I thought, gosh, I have not seen somebody do that for years. I don't know why, but there was always a wet toilet roll. Somebody was always dropping a toilet roll down the toilet.
Yeah.
I don't know how or why, but I think about it now because it's not something we do. So I thought that was you.
You thought it was me. You just heard my story. And look, I would openly admit it. I pay for the bloody things. I can throw them all down the toilet if I want. But
You know what we need to do?
there's no physical way for a toilet roll to get wet.
Yeah,
Our toilet
that's
rolls
what
are
I
under the
mean.
sink, all dry. The spare one on the floor there's no water around it. I don't understand it.
Well, you know what we need to do?
X-Files music.
Read our star signs and it will tell us what's happened with the toilet roll.
And on that note, we're going to move on. If we find out the mystery, episode 25, is it?
Yes.
Episode 25, we'll let you know.
Wife's whinge.
My whinge is mobile phones at tables, dinner tables, restaurants. We were at a restaurant recently and there was a couple and they both had mobile phones in their hands. They were on a romantic date, I assume?
Yes, they were. The Italian.
Yep.
And we were watching them, weren't they?
Yep.
And I almost started filming them.
It really, really annoys me. Now, I don't mind people taking their phones with them. At our dinner table, I hate any one of us having our phone.
I agree.
When we're out for meals, you are guilty of it a bit. You did it this weekend, not on the romantic date, but another time.
Well, I was taking photos we went to a vegan restaurant, which is a beautiful vegan restaurant, and I thought only fair, we didn't get any freebies, but I thought it was only fair that I posted a picture and told people about it because I'm one for pushing the vegan and veggie.
Fine. But if you post it, you take your pictures while you're there, then do your post later. That's what I do, right?
Okay, lesson learned.
In general, it really bugs me.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
And then
I think the good thing about a phone now is your phone is your Encyclopedia Britannica. So when we're sat, as I just did at the start of this, Tobias, his name's Tobias, the guy who plays Prince Philip.
Oh, yes, well done.
Tobias something.
Yeah.
Tobias Menzies. Look at that. This is why you don't need your phone on the table. Thank you. In that moment, if we'd have been having that conversation in a restaurant, oh, I love that guy in The Crown, the one who plays Prince Philip, really good. What's his name? Bang on, you're straight on your phone. I do like trying to work stuff out first.
That's what I'm saying. You can have your phone nearby, and if somebody wants to research a song or put a song on or whatever, and occasionally you'll get a text from somebody and it's relevant to whatever's happening. I'm on my way. Sorry, I'm running late. Blah blah blah. But when we saw the couple, they were pretty much both on it full time.
And they'd only just sat down. We got there first, didn't we?
They literally didn't talk to each other.
It's a good one.
Okay.
I think it's well-trodden ground.
It is,
But
yeah.
I do agree with you.
Husband's hump.
Nature. Getting right on my fucking nerves. I'm telling you, nature's getting on me wick.
Why?
And I love nature. I'm a proper nature boy, aren't I love the changing of the seasons.
Naturist.
I'm a naturist. I love rivers. I love trees. I love fruit. I love mountains. I love the lot, right? All I want in life is to live in the countryside.
Yeah.
But at the minute, where we live in Dubai, which is mainly desert and then big skyscrapers, where we live, two of the most fucking annoying trees I have ever seen in my life. I get my car washed. It's right outside this door where we're sitting now. I could get my car washed now, and I'll come out here tomorrow morning. Not only there'll be that 2 millimeter layer of sand,
Yep.
totally covering my car, which we live in a desert. There are shamals,
That's
there are
why
winds.
I don't wash my car.
But also,
Yeah.
this tree molts year round. It doesn't do it in autumn when normal trees do it. And I don't know when autumn is in Dubai because it's obviously the seasons are f***ed up. But the leaves are falling off
And it's not our tree.
every single day. Well, this is not the neighbour's tree either.
No, this one
This
is-
was on the street.
But you know what's really annoying about that? This is the community's tree.
Yeah.
Now, they employ people to clean the roads, do the gardening in the community. And they do it along this road.
It's really good.
Often, but they never sweep up those leaves. Because I feel like, well, hold on a minute. That's not down to us to do. It's not our tree.
Well, I was angry about this the other day and I've got a leaf blower. It's a sucker and a blower, isn't it?
Yeah.
My favourite kind.
Leaf blowers are not very popular here.
But I cleared the drive and the state of the road after it, like a bloody sand dune road, a big massive pile of leaves. However, my car has got, on the bonnet, it's got these air vents.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's a midlife crisis sporty car, right?
Yes, it is.
Every morning when I set off to work, it's like two birds' nests sitting on me bonnet.
Oh, I bet that really pees you off, doesn't it? Those leaves
So
going
annoying.
down there.
And then the window's covered in sand, so I flick the windscreen wipers on, and unbeknownst to me, there's half a tree where my windscreen wipers are. So when I click it on, millions of leaves come flying up over the car. That's me whinge. I can't do anything about it. I love nature, but get a f***ing grip, nature. Sort yourself out with these trees.
Yeah, no, it's an annoying tree.
I've even thought of driving your car into a tree and knocking it down.
The naturalists. Is it naturalists? You're the naturist and the naturalist.
Yeah, that's right. Naturalists, yeah.
Yeah, the naturalists would be against that, wouldn't they?
They would be, yeah. But they don't park the car under it.
With your car that's also good for the environment.
Well, it is if it's on drive. It looks good anyway. So that's that.
Would you rather?
Would you rather have a great TV show be bingeable or be forced to watch it week by week?
Oh, that's hard.
Because we do both of these.
Now, we talked about this before. We were saying that a show that goes on week for week gets, I reckon, bigger hype because people talk about it during the week. Can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah.
Rah, rah, rah.
And you yourself, for us.
Yeah, but I do like to binge. So I'm going to go binge. You're going to go old-fashioned, aren't you?
I think it's lovely having appointments to view. Now, we do this. We plan our week around TV sometimes.
Well, you wouldn't believe this. I've got a list.
They wouldn't believe you've got a list. What a surprise. But you'll say like, oh, Monday, the new episode of Sinner's going to be on. Tuesday, there's a new episode of The Crown on. Wednesday, so you know what's coming up. Thursday night, there's a new Gogglebox Great British Sewing Bee.
Yeah.
Friday, there's a Hildy Lisco, there's a Home Before Dark.
We have our TV routine.
Yeah, and it's very comforting. And it's especially comforting
you're right.
on a Thursday if it's got 2 or 3 good shows. So you're like, oh, it's Thursday, it's the last day of the week in Dubai. We've got all the good telly tonight.
Yeah, no, you're right. You've persuaded me to change my mind.
I thought you might.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily.
I'll tell you why it's a bad thing. Ricky Gervais's Afterlife.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais's Afterlife is like M&M's. You can eat a full bag without even knowing you've started. And Afterlife, you can watch all 6 episodes in a series in one night.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait a year, possibly longer, for the next one to come out.
Yeah.
So I'd rather watch them week by week.
Yeah, you have turned.
We've just done that with Schmigadoon on Apple TV.
Yes.
We watched it week by week. It's gone like that, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The first series. But I preferred it. And how excited were we every Friday? Oh, we can go to bed. Betsy Bill can come in. We can watch Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon.
So that's your would you rather. I think rarely we're in agreement.
Favorites.
Okay, what is your favourite thing to put on your feet?
Good slippers. Really good slippers.
You like a slipper, don't you?
Well, I did until the other day. Remember when I fell upstairs?
Yeah, when your slipper got caught.
Because they were slider slippers from one of the posh hotels, furry. Now, it's not the kind of slipper I normally go for.
You like an Ugg slipper where it's got the full back, the fur inside, the suede, and then the full back.
I mean, the Ugg boot. Remember, we had some slippers like that.
Yes.
Where you've got a bit of ankle coverage. Love it. I do like a big sock, but I find them a bit restrictive.
I have currently a short little jumpsuit on with knee-high socks on.
It's nice because the other day on the podcast we were talking about how sexy you looked in your dress at our anniversary. Like, blew me away how sexy you looked. You've just walked in now.
I've got a massive cardigan.
I've got a thing that I think you look like, but I can't say it because it's so offensive.
Oh, go on, say it.
I think you look like one of them. They've got a big cardigan that doesn't fit them, flowery top on, and they're walking about in socks. You need to be carrying a doll with its hair cut short.
Yes, I know the one.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be offensive, but a really pretty version of that, though.
I'm sure we've seen some in supermarkets before.
Yes, in Sheffield.
My favourite thing is to have nothing on my feet.
Really?
I love wearing bare feet.
I've come in here now, and beneath the table where we do the podcast, we've got a kind of shag pile rug.
Yeah.
And I'm rubbing my toes through it now. It's lovely stuff.
Yeah, well, this room's cold. That's why I've got me knee-high socks on and cardi.
It was a good favourite.
Recommendations.
We have got The Sinner that we've been watching.
Yep, which has been around a few years. I mentioned it to my boss earlier and he just went, yeah, great show. So he's obviously watched
This
it.
is the second series we're watching though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but there's a third out already.
Is there?
First series was Jessica Biel and who did a little bit of murder.
Yeah.
And the copper in it, the police, the detective, troubled detective, is played by Bill. I've been saying his name all day. I've got a right blank. I'm not picking my phone up. It's not Bill Durham.
Not Wyman. No, that's what's his name?
I've been saying his name.
Paxman. No, that's the other one. That's
the one you get mixed up with him.
Oh,
And he's dead.
is he?
Yeah.
The one from Jurassic Park.
I don't think he's in Jurassic Park. That's Sam Neill. Bill Paxman and Bill... Oh, I'm going to have to look. I'm going to hate myself for this.
I don't know his name well enough.
Bill Pullman.
I said Wyman. I knew I was on.
Well, you said Paxton.
Yeah,
which is very close.
Wyman and Paxton. I was halfway there.
But the Bills, Paxton and Pullman, have always been difficult to separate, apart from now one's dead. But Bill Pullman plays a troubled detective. So if you've not seen it, it's on Netflix. I think there's 3 series. And it's one of these that's very twisty. And he's a very quiet, unassuming guy in it.
Yeah,
It's good. He makes you love him.
Yeah, he sympathises with the criminal.
Yeah.
And he works his magic.
He's a bit Sherlock, isn't he? He's like, he knows stuff.
Yeah.
He's like one of these who's been long on the job.
He gets into their brains.
So we like The Sinner.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a little survey.
Go on then.
Would you consider an open relationship?
Now, define.
Well, my opinion, or what I believe to be an open relationship is...
You can see other people.
Yeah, so you can do the ding-dong with somebody else. So say we were married, it would be me saying, oh, yeah, you can go out for the evening and meet someone.
You're right. Okay. It's a no from me.
It's no.
It's not my thing. But let's say...
It's a no from me.
What if I said, that's what I wanted?
I'd say no way. Has anyone offered it to you?
Offered what?
An open relationship. Like, have you been in a relationship, or has somebody said, we're in an open relationship, would you?
No, because it's a phrase that's been around a long time, isn't it? But it's one of them things that never really got said.
Well, I used to work with this girl, and she was married. They were very young. They were like in their early 20s, and she used to go on about it a lot, saying that they were in this open relationship, and I always thought it was a strange thing, and she seemed quite confident about it. But then there's a little bit of me that thought, is she really like... But anyway, she said to me, oh, my husband would really like you. You know, do you want... And I'm like, nope, no thanks. So yeah, I wouldn't even want to get involved in that kind of... Shall I tell you the statistics?
Go on then.
52% say no, so...
Yeah, but that's half. That's a Brexit vote.
Yeah. Well, that's
too close.
We're in that. 25% of people say maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not even a maybe. About you?
Just 100% no.
Oh, I was going to say, you took your time thinking about that. 24% say yes. 7% are already in one. And out of that, 33% of men would consider it and 9% of women would consider it.
I'll tell you the problem with this. Whenever you watch a documentary on this kind of thing, be it swinging, dogging, open relationships, keys in the bowl, the lot.
Yeah.
Whenever you see one of these documentaries, it never looks like the bar in a James Bond film. You know the bar in a James Bond film where every single person... Casino Royale, the ugliest person in it is Mads Mikkelsen. And Mads Mikkelsen is gorgeous. The bar is just full of beautiful people. James Bond's beautiful. All the women are beautiful in the silk dresses. You're looking at Mads Mikkelsen, you're thinking, should he be in there? And that's Mads Mikkelsen. When you watch these documentaries, I feel like I'm not oil painting. I feel like if I were in one of these documentaries...
They're dressed like me right now.
It's like Fabio walking in, and Adonis, because they're always the worst people.
Yeah.
And I can't, you know what I think? Fair play. If that's what they want to do, because they all seem to be a similar level.
Maybe. But
it all seems to be.
I think it's a sign that, I mean, people will probably disagree with me there and say that it's a sign that they're confident in their relationship, but I think it's a sign that they're not in a good relationship. Because if you're in a relationship where you're not happy, then you're looking. But if you're happy, then you're not. So
it's not something I think about. It's It's not something I'm unhappy with at home, so I need to get some more of that somewhere else.
No, I think it's a bit of a home wrecker, if you ask me. No, I'm a no.
And one of you is always going to be getting more of it than the other. It's never going to be 50-50. If me and you decided to do this, right, I don't know how they go about it. I don't know if there's an app. Your phone's will be dinging off the chart.
Nah, I reckon if you did it, you'd have to be like in agreement, like, Friday night is...
Yeah, but what if it gets round to Friday night and you've got one or two lined up and I ain't got any lined up?
Well, then that's your fault, I guess.
It gets cancelled.
Mine gets cancelled.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just said it's got to be fair.
Well, if you've not got round to organising it.
Not having you coming home dripping like a busted fridge.
Shut your face.
And I've had to spend night in.
Right, come on. Is that it?
That's the end of the podcast, guys. We'll see you for the next episode, which is going to be episode 25.
I can smell our dinner.
And we're going to be, because where we sit, the aircon pipes through from the house. We'll see you for episode 25, which is 1/4 of a century.
Bye.
Bye.
The end.